Hi, how are we all? Hope we are okay. I'll just wait for a few more people to come in. Hope everything is okay. Had a few technical difficulties with my phone, so excuse that. Sorry for the delay, but I am here. Oops. Towels. Yes, I iron towels. Nothing like a nice soft towel ironed. How are we all? Well, we are doing well. Family is doing okay. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning because Mum had wasn't well, so we had to ring the paramedics to come out and see her. But she's still home, which is okay. She'll probably go down and have a lay down on her bed after, so that's all right. No drama. God, I don't know why my wife brought big towels for. Sorry. I can't put that anywhere. But yeah, got some ironing to do, and what we're talking about is basically when you go to the Philippines and you've got to take your medication with you. You can either put it in a plastic like lunch bag sealed and leave them in their box and put them in that, and put your note from your doctor on what tablets you have, just in case you get pulled up at customs. They like to know what tablets you have for whatever problem you have. So it's better to do that, and that way you can put them in your bag with your shaving creams and razors. So that's okay. Um, so as well as other deodorants, um, no aerosols. Don't take aerosols because they can blow a plane up. We don't need that, do we? So it's okay doing that way. Um, Also, make sure that your bag's nice and packed, shoes and everything like that. The only thing you need to carry with you on your carry-on luggage is your camera and other your GoPro, your drone, um, and a few other things. Basically, take also your put your toothbrush in that bag. I think they used to call it a dilly bag back in the day. Basically, all your clean, face washer, everything you need to have on board inside, as well as your cameras in your carry-on luggage, your GoPro, your drone, your phone. Make sure it's turned off. So they're basic items to go in your carry-on luggage, and whatever t-shirts you need to take over with you, it's good to have them in that. Excuse me while I get the clothes out the wash basket. Sorry if I'm talking low quietly, because Mum's asleep out there on the chair. So they're your basic items, basically like a plastic reusable thing, because basically I found that it's easier to use those reusable bags for your toothbrush, for your dentures. When you finish with your toothbrush and your razor, you can put them in that, so it won't make your bag moist, or it won't cause moisture and fungus and stuff like that. So basically it's better to carry your toothbrushes and stuff also in a reusable thing, because they get wet after you have a shave and that, so you can put them in that before you go, and make sure they're dry when you go over. But when you're over there, you've got them handy when you're using them. They can just go straight into your bag. So that's what I pretty well much do. It makes it easier. Also pack a bag for your tablets, your medication, and make sure, like I'm reutilising what I'm saying, is that you need to have your tablets and that in a reusable plastic bag, so it makes it easier to carry, you know what I mean? And you have always that way, because nothing worse when you have a shave. You just put the stuff in your bag, and you can carry that with you if you have to go in. If you're going to another resort island, you put it in your carry-on luggage. Don't carry a big, big bag when you're going to motel. Just carry a t-shirt, jeans, pants, pair of shoes. If you go out at night, pair of jeans, shorts, bathers. Have that all sorted out for when you're going to another island area. When you're staying, it makes it easier. So, it's one of those things. And you don't have to carry them you don't have to carry a big suitcase around with you all the time. You just carry that. So, shirts. Put that towel in there. Yeah, just makes it easier for you when you're going to a resort island to carry just your carry-on luggage, and depending on how big your carry-on luggage is, that you can carry a pair of thongs, t-shirts, 2 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts, pair of shorts, 2 pairs or 1 pair, you have them in your bag with your thongs, because over there in the Philippines you don't wear shoes that much unless you go out to a nightclub. So you only need to carry what you want to go when you go into a resort to look around. And you've got your cameras and your mobile phone, so that makes it easier, guys. They're just some things that you can get away with, if you know what I mean. Please chat, please. You know, if you need to know any more things, basically I try not to go too, you don't think, what is it, 7 kg in carry-on luggage and 25 or 30, some airlines allow 30 kg for carrying things. Make sure that when you get to the airport, you have your basically your medications and that you need to take in your carry-on luggage. Don't put them in your normal luggage, because once it goes into the cargo hold, that's it, you can't get them out. And it makes it easier to have there within reach when you're getting things out. So, yeah, they're just some practical things. Never overload your bags, because when you do, you got no one to bring them back. If everybody's like you said, your tatas and goodbyes, and if you got over your luggage thing, it's hard to get people to take back when they've already left the airport, especially if they drop you off. You've got no one to take things back home for you. So, you know, you're better off just taking what you need when you need it. I usually just take 3 pairs of shorts plus bathers, 1 pair of socks, 1 pair of nice shoes, pair of jeans, 2 good t-shirts, and 2 t-shirts like I got on with prints on them. Makes it easier to have when you're carrying it when you're over there. If you need to, you can buy things there. If you've got a home there or a house in the Philippines, you can leave your stuff there. It just makes it easier, you know what I mean? So that's in general that sort of thing that you need to carry around with you. There's other things that you can do. Sorry, I'm a little bit busy, but I'm trying to make do with what I'm doing. I have to get some things done around the house while Mum's not too good today. So basically, you need to be inside so I can be close, because no point being outside and you can't hear anything. So it's better to be close by when you're looking after someone as a carer. But, you know, it's one of those things. What do you do? And unfortunately, I love my clothes ironed. And while I'm on that subject, always iron your clothes because you don't know what little creepy crawlies get in there that can bite you. And when you press, oops, steam, it will kill them. So it pays to have to iron your clothes, especially when you're over there. If you can get hold of an iron, you need to iron your clothes, get all those bad insects out of your clothes. Check, make sure that you, when you're doing your bookings, make sure that your booking is confirmed when you're going to a resort. Check out. There are plenty of other resorts around, but pays you to check on some of the resorts when you go over there to confirm your booking before you leave, whether you're going to Comotes Island. We had that once. We went to Comotes Island. When we got there, our booking wasn't there, so we had to find another place to stay at while we were there. There's plenty of places. Sometimes not all of them are booked. Sometimes all of them are. And you will find good accommodation anywhere in the Philippines, especially in Comotes Island. There's some nice places, beautiful areas to go and look. We wish we could have stayed. Arlene took sick, so she had a headache basically because it was a hot day. We were sitting up the back of the ferry going over, and she had a headache later on at night. I had some, took some. Also, make sure when you're going, gastro stops you from having diarrhea and gastro. Better to take that with you. That will stop it and ease it up. There are another form of tablets that you need to take. Make sure that you've got with you when you go. They're not a prescription drug. They are. You can put them with your medications in your little medication bag, toiletry bag, whatever you like to call it. At least you got them there. I had to use them. And like I should know, I've been in hospital 3 times over there. Diarrhea, sugar diabetes, and bronchitis. Never stand in front of a fan after you've had a shower. Because if you suffer bronchitis like I do, guaranteed you could end up in hospital with it. I'm not saying you will, but it's just guaranteed. It's some of the things that you need to be careful of. Food poisoning is another. You can eat meats. Make sure you don't eat spicy food, too spicy food. That's where I got the diarrhea from. We went to Annex and I had the spicy rack of lamb, and it was marinated. It was not, oh mate, it was gorgeous. It was lovely. But next day, but I will say I had some chips, which were, I probably shouldn't have had the whole bag. It was only a small bag about this big, but it's enough to set off diarrhea the next morning, trust me. And you've got to drink plenty of fluids when you're in the Philippines, plenty of water. The water I use is Wilkins or Absolute. which I find good. Wilkins I find better. It's a lot easier to get the big gallon drums, about that big. And Bonus is another water company that's good for drinking water. So basically, Wilkins water is good, Bonus is good, Absolute's good. If you're sugar diabetic, try not to eat too much sticky rice, because that's what put me in hospital. I had sticky rice. I had a beer with my mate Ladies, and then when Uncle Dunai and the family came from down at Manganilia, I had another beer and I had a bit more sticky rice, and before you know it, I'm in hospital with sugar diabetes. Not good, but it's one of those things. What do you do, hey? It's one of those things that you've got to watch out and be careful of. But, you know, I never complained. I was in the hospital for a couple of days. They treated me with good care, and I just Drexus, I think they call it. Drexus. I had the thing in my arm, and it was putting fluids back in my body that I lost. But I'll never do that again. Now, when I go back home to the Philippines, I'll watch what I eat. Especially when it comes to that sort of thing. You have to watch what you eat all the time when you're over there. Spicy foods are a set off. If you suffer a peanut allergy, make sure you take your medication for that when you go over. If you have heart problems, like a good friend of mine who has heart problems, he has to take heart medication. Make sure you take that. Make sure you have a doctor's note on what medications you are prescribed for your heart, and that way you are prepared. Just checking the chat. But you know, that's the things. You have to be careful. You have to watch what you do. Have to watch everything that you have. Sorry, guys. But I've got to do this while I've got the time to do it, if you know what I mean. When Mum's not well, I need to be inside the house. We were up, as I said, at 4:15 this morning. I had to ring a ambulance to get them to come and see her and do their diagnostics on her. Sounds like a car, but she was okay. She was cleared. They preferred to get her to go and see a doctor, which she could have gone today, but her legs, she wasn't feeling good, so we cancelled the appointment. And I said, basically, what you need to do is go and lay down and have a sleep for the day. I said, I'll I can postpone doing what I do outside. Sorry. Yeah, I can postpone what I do outside and um, make up for it tomorrow. No drama. When she feels a bit better, I have to pick up CJ later, so I can't work out there by the ponds until um, she feels a little bit better. So we basically just, I'm inside doing what I'm doing. I'm ironing, catching up on the ironing, making sure that the inside things done in the house. I did the vacuuming yesterday. Even though Helen was here to do her mum's personal care, um, I was here to vacuum later on in the day, get that out of the way, and all's good. Just making sure that I get all the other stuff that I need so it's accessible to my hands. But yeah, ironing, if you've got an iron, it's worth to have an iron in the Philippines because you just don't know what little insects, especially the weaver ants, if they get it and taste it. Sometimes they go along the clothesline, so you need to make sure that with one of these, you can, if they're left in or they survive the washing machine, you need to make sure that you kill them. Because let me tell you, one bite I've been bitten a couple of times. I've left a pair of boots out, or I've walked somewhere where there were weaver ants, which are like our bull ants here in Australia. I must have walked somewhere and they got up, only one or two, got up in my shoe, and before you know it, next morning, oh, geez, that hurt. Yeah. And they do bite. And I'm not sure if there's medication for weaver ants, but if you suffer like bites or anything like that, better book yourself a doctor's appointment in the Philippines. And trust me, the doctors are pretty good. They know pretty well much what bites they can treat, because sometimes you can go into anaphylactic shock, I think it's called. I might be wrong. Don't correct me on, or you can correct me on that. I might be right. But you need to know that what the doctors can treat. And if you suffer a bite, whether it be, especially snake bites over there, because they have banacons, Bohol, and a few other little islands do have. Banacons are like tiger snakes here in Australia. They're the most deadliest snake next to the eastern brown. So you need to make sure that you strap your arm, ring the doctor, or call out and find out if your neighbour's home and they can come in. Make sure you leave your doors unlocked so they can come in and get you, so the ambulance can come and get you if need be. Don't move, stay still, especially with the banacon. Stay still, because the more you move around, the more, even though it bites, the more you move around, the more the poison travels to your heart. So you need to be still. You need to keep still. It's one of those things. All snake bites, spiders bites. If you suffer spider bite, snake bite, and I know I go over it, but you need to listen. You need to learn that these things, whether it be bull ant bite, a bull ant can send you into shock if you suffer a bite from them. They're not poisonous, they just bite. But spiders and snakes can. There's another insect out there in the garden that's got so many legs. It can bite, it can poison you, it can kill you. In the Philippines, I've never seen one. I think I've taken a photo of it and I've got to have a look. I've got to look around and find it, but it's one of those type of insects that can poison you, to be honest. Trying to think of the name, what they call them, but we've got them here. They're black, they're long. Here in Australia they can grow to about this length, maybe a little bit longer out there, but they've got a red head and a red tail, and they got little pinchers on them. And they pinch you, you need to see a doctor. If you suffer suffer from bites, you need to be sure, you need to be checked out. Basically, it pays. But I've never been bitten by one of the lizards over there. They're little friendly lizards. They don't bite, they hang on the walls. Geckos, I think they call them over there. But I've never suffered a bite from them. They're a friendly little lizard. You just pretty well much leave them alone. And they're only there. They have. I'm trying to think of the name of that. Centipede could be the word for it. Big, black, and they get bigger in the Philippines, trust me. And where we were at Bohol, I took a photo, and my wife Arlene at the time we saw it, she said, "Don't touch it, that can kill you." Okay. But life's good, and when you go away, you've got to expect little things like that, to be prepared and to make sure that you have all the right medications for your personal well-being. That helps. That helps a lot. And also, you need to have a note from your doctor telling another doctor what you suffer from, what conditions you have. Trust me, you need to have those. I take thyroxine for my thyroid gland. I've got to take it morning, one tablet every morning, and also type 2, I'm type 1 diabetic, not type 2, and I take 4 boxes of tablets. I have 4 boxes of tablets, and I take a tablet each morning before meal. So your doctor needs to know about that as well. There you go. What's she done on this? Oh, she's changed it. My wife changes the iron. Gotta put some water. Always carry one of these. Always keep one of these spare so you can fill this up with water. Just concentrating on what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, so what I'm telling you might save your life when you're in the Philippines and or Thailand or Vietnam. It will, if you have your prescriptions made out before you go, you have a checkup before you go, also your needle for your tetanus and other things. You need that because sometimes when you're walking around with thongs, you could step on something sharp, rusty. Don't mean to, but it can be out there, especially if you walk through a pond or someone has dropped a can in and they've cut the top off, whether it be a fruit can or anything like that. They might have cut the top off, and you need to have your tetanus shots. There's other shots as well. So I hope everyone's hearing me clearly. I'm trying not to talk too loud. But yeah, there are things that you need to carry with you. Make sure that you have your prescriptions filled out, whether you, because like as I was talking to my mate Chris this morning, there are tablets in the tablets he takes. There's one tablet he can't get over there, so he needs to get a prescription made up before he goes, and you need to get, probably depends on whether you're there 2 months or 3 months or 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whether you are there on a holidays, because you need that. If there's that tablet that you can't get there, you need to have that prescription filled out so you can get it for while you're over there. That you get it here, put it in your bag with your medications, and take it with you. It's just simple knowledge that you do this. It is being mindful of your personal needs when you're there. Because I know some places, Philippines have good hospitals. Cebu has a good heart hospital. They have good doctors there. Mactan General Hospital is where I was. They also have a dentist there. And trust me, they are good. I had a tooth filled. Yeah. So take it from me. I think I'm a little bit experienced enough from knowing what you can take and what you can't take when you go. Basically, you need to check with your doctor also, because there might be medication that they have on a list that might be a medication like marijuana, or if you are insulin dependent and you have to take insulin for your sugar diabetes, you need to have a notification, a note from your doctor saying that you need insulin for your sugar diabetes. That pays, okay? And it's just some of the things. Just general knowledge, guys. You just got to look after what you have. Your personal well-being is no one else is going to look after you unless you're in hospital. And when you're in hospital, it's no use complaining because you didn't do the right thing while you're there. I've never complained. I don't complain when I'm there. When I was in hospital there, I was quite basically, the nurses have got so many things to do, so many people to treat, whether it be Filipinas, they have their own people to look after. And if you're going to be nasty or not arrogant, but not mindful of others, they will say, here's a Panadol, take this, it's a paracetamol, and we will be back when that wears off. Not everyone is like you. If you are mindful of what nurses are going to do, there's plenty of doctors on hand. The hospitals are good. They treat you with respect. Main thing is you need to treat them with respect. But if you don't treat them with respect, it's one of those things, you know what I mean? Hospital is not a good place to be, especially overseas, but it's also not a good thing to be when you're in your own country too as well. But preparing for what you need and what you need to take over is very mindful. And like I say, drugs that you take that might be on a list over there, like marijuana or anything like that, that you have got prescribed to take to get rid of pain, you need to take that note with you. You need to have it with you in your hand, in your luggage when you go, so the doctors know what medications you're on. You know, it's one of those things. Be prepared. If you were in scouts, be prepared, like I was. But otherwise, and take it from me, doctors are really good there. But if you're a constant complainer, they're going to put you at the back of the queue. They'll go and serve someone like me or someone else that doesn't complain or doesn't arc up on them. And that's not what they like, you know what I mean? So, but I will be live this Sunday night, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time. I will send out a notification, and I will try and be on earlier because I'm having issues with this phone. I used to have issues with the vertical and horizontal, but today, no, I had to work out. Oh, I pressed that, already done, because of the new way YouTube's designed their phone, their setup, sorry, not their phones, their setup. You have to press horizontal on this part here. If you've got that on a Samsung, you have to press the horizontal, which will be there, or vertical. If you want to do lives like that, they've actually gone back to the horizontal. So I'm back to doing what I like and what I know. I will have another video out soon. I pretty much wait until I basically go on views. Because I'm monetarized, but I don't get paid. I don't get the money for being monetarized. I don't want to be I am monetarized, but I don't get the money for it. So I don't do this Google AdSense, guys. I'm not that desperate for money. I'm not saying it's desperate doing having Google AdSense on. To each their own. Good on you. If you're getting paid, well done. But it's not me. You know? I can find content, which is no problem. I haven't got an issue on. I look for content. Also, I work on theory. I haven't done this one with medications and pills before. This is a first. It's part of the new revamp I'm doing with the channel. Talking everything about Philippines and anything in general, basically. So, yeah. Let me tell you, if you listen to what I have to say, look after yourself, take care of yourself, don't do anything stupid, don't go jumping off rocks into pools that look deep but might have a shelf underneath about that far, and you could hit your head, you could break your leg. And let me tell you, it's painful. I don't know, but it would be. You're better off just being safe and look after yourself while you're away. There's too many of this happening where people go away, they don't listen to what they're told, and then when they're, oh, I know this, I know that. But when you look at it, it's not worth it. Listen to what people directly tell you, because, it can save your life, especially motorbike riding. I don't do anything too adventurous when I'm overseas. Basically, just go and see. Thing I don't like the what do you call them? Flying foxes, we call them here. The when you shoot out and go to another area, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying it's not safe. I'm just saying just be careful, because you never know. Same with cable cars. Just be careful. When you're on holidays, enjoy and relax and have a good vacation when you go. But yeah, reutilising everything is basically meaning take your medications, make sure your medications have got the right, you got the right prescriptions, make sure that nothing's black banned on what you can take, such as marijuana or what's the other one I'm trying to think of? And there's another one, another drug that can be very insulin, like insulin can be very dependent on that you use. You know what I mean? Marijuana, not cocaine, but if you take, there's some drugs there that aren't on their list, that are on their list for prohibited drugs. So you just got to be careful. Life is good in the Philippines. enjoy. Make sure when you go to Bahal, don't have your flash on your camera, especially when you're around the Tasha. Make sure your flash is off your camera, because the Tashas don't like the flash. So I've been guilty of having the flash on and got told off for it. So be careful. Make sure that all your flashes are off your camera. It's not dark. If you have a good day, that's fine. If your camera reacts to a dark day where the clouds go in and you take a photo, make sure you take it at something else, like a plant or something, and if it flashes, well, then you can change the flash. But don't use them on Natasha. Yes, I have been guilty of it. Just some of the things you have to be aware of when you're away, what you can do and what you can't do. Because let me tell you, they will not be happy. Neither will with Tasha. All this new material. But yeah, make sure you take one of these with you when you go to the Philippines. Also have an adapter, just in case, because their plug system and plug setup is different. So make sure that you take an adapter so you can put, I think ours is the three prongs like that. Three prong and one down the middle. So make sure you take one with that thing on the back of it, and that way you have no issues with it. Their power the adapter will change the power level on your iron. It will help, because sometimes you can get them at the cheap shops, your local RACV, MRMA, whatever, they sell them. Travel shops sell them. So make sure you take them, and that way you've got them there. But these are handy for ironing shirts, and like I said, if you've got a clothesline that goes from one tree to another, you don't know whether those weaver ants walk along the line and get in your clothes, and before you know it, you could put it on the next minute you've got a bite here, or you bite here, or a bite on your neck. They're not poisonous, but if you suffer bites and have a reaction to it, and electric, and you could go into that short shock, you need to make sure that you have you need to iron your clothes, because you don't know whether they climb up the clothesline and up trees, or if you have your clothesline from going one tree to another, it will they will go across and they will get in your clothes. Always leave shoes inside and up high, because they can go in your shoes pretty much. That's why people over there wear thongs. If you're wearing shoes, basically it's to get on the plane. I always keep my shoes on in the plane because, trust me, when the air conditioner's on, your feet get cold. But yeah, that's part of life, I suppose. God. Yes, Mum's cleaner yesterday, or carer yesterday, put some sheets in the washing, and I wasn't prepared to do all this washing. I was prepared to do the washing we had, but I wasn't prepared to do all of it. But yeah, it's good. No drama. I don't mind. Keeps me busy, keeps me occupied. But yeah, make sure you take one of these to the Philippines with you, because you need to iron your clothes. It burns the little insects out, whether they be spiders or weaver ants. And the green tree ant is very, very vicious. They do bite, and they bite hard. And I've got 2 marks on my ankle, one on one ankle, one on the other ankle, because yes, walking through the one of the places we had to go, probably walk through an ant nest on Nebros Island. Also, I think, which finger is it? I caught one on the thumb when I was a little kid, and I can't seem to find it. But you sort of, I leant on a rock, and I must have leant on the ant at the same time, and it bit me. Boy, did it sting. So you need to be careful when you go away. Basically, look after yourself, and because like, apart from your family, no one else will look after you. And remember, it takes if you're out in the bush, it takes a long time for an ambulance to get in there. Let me tell you. I don't know that for a fact, but it would be on the cards. It's one of the most lengthy ambulance arrivals to you. So you need to be careful. You need to have your some medication on you, or a list of medications that you take with you. If you don't, how can I put it? If you're going somewhere and you get bitten, whether it be from a millipede or a centipede or weaver ant or spider or Benacon snake, you need to have the right medications on you. And that's it for the day, guys. It's been Scott Expat in the Philippines. We'll go more on some of these subjects Sunday night. Remember, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time. Enjoy. Have a great day. This has been Scott Expat in the Philippines. Bye.